Fear of failure. The big monster, fear of failure. I hear so much about it and everybody's scared of doing something and not succeeding at it, being a failure. Well, what would your life be like if you really were not afraid to fail? I'm sure you heard this, so close your eyes for a sec and go, what would it be like? What things would I try? What things would I do? What things would I learn if I was not afraid to fail? Open your eyes and I'm going to give you one chance to fail right now. I'm going to give you a little exercise, and that is the following. What is the difference between these two columns? Maybe get closer. What is the difference between these two columns? They look pretty similar, don't they? So, if you said that they're the same, that's not correct. Actually, column number 1 is a little bit higher. When I did the spreadsheet, column number 1 was 50% and column number 2 was 49%. Why? Well, because in school, if you get 50% at something, you succeeded, you got your credit. If you got 49 though, you failed. And that just made me think, it's kind of an arbitrary line to draw somewhere. When I was growing up, it was 7. 7 out of 10, you passed. 6.9, sorry, you failed. Do we do that with ourselves too? Why do we see these things as succeeding or failing? Can we look at things in a different way? So put on these glasses that I'm going to give you right now, and what if you look at failure, instead of seeing failure, you see things as results. What if you see things just as results and you don't put any emotion on did I fail or did I succeed? Now all you think about is I did something and this is the outcome. This is what happened. Now what happened may have nice things, may have not so nice things, but that's okay. That's what we got. So, what can we do about it? Picture yourself buying a course or paying for a tuition in university. Would you then decide not to go, not to do that course, not to go to the university and then lose that money? No. So actually in the same way, every time you take some action, you already paid for it. That was your effort. Maybe it was money, maybe it was effort, maybe it was time. Now, take the time to go to university, and that is, take the time to sit back and look at that outcome and say, what went well? What didn't go so well? And then very easily, you look at the things that went well. Let's try to do more that gets me this. Let's try to do less that gets me the bad stuff or the negative results. And that's it. It's not like I succeeded or I failed. I learned something. No matter what you do. So if you really were afraid that something's not going to work out, you shouldn't be. Because anything you do, if you take action, you will learn from it. Sometimes even if you don't take action, you'll learn from it. The things that you missed. But more importantly, when you take action, you have nothing to lose. You only have as education and some gain into your outcome and figure out how to do more of the good things and less of the bad things. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say this is the story of your life, right? And somebody wrote the story of life. Where are you right now? Are you on the first pages? Are you on the last chapter of your life? Well, if you're in the last chapter of your life, you better be careful with the decisions that you make, because that's pretty much going to define who you end up being. But if you think, well, we don't know, that you're in the middle of your life, then you know what? There's a lot left to be written about you. So whatever experience you're afraid of taking right now, just take it, because that's just going to be one little baby step to make you become who you're going to end up being in the end. And what kind of a person do you want to be in the end? What do you want to be written on the last pages of your book, right? So take action. Do whatever you need to do. Now, just be careful about it. Don't do something completely crazy. But every action you take, and maybe you can start small. Do a little thing and then study it. Take the time to study and see what's right or what's wrong. But do not charge up your results as success or failure. Just do it. Just do it, and then don't just do it. Study from it. Learn from it. Get something out of it. And if you're careful about it, you just will have a wonderful life. Let me read an excerpt from your current chapter. Oh, you're actually getting to the end of one chapter. And it says that You finally let go of the chains of success and failure and adopted a view of seeing results. Now it clearly states here that it's not going to be smooth sailing all the time. There's going to be some tough times, there's going to be some good times, but if you were to tell you where you're going to end up in the end, you just would not believe it. Let me just check. Oh wow. Oh wow, this is going to be good. If you keep up with this, this is going to be one exciting book to read. I'm really excited to start reading this and seeing where you're going to end up now. Are you willing to live it?